Oh, wow! I just came out of my dungeon. What? Spoiler alert for a little bit later in the community live stream, but yeah, there's like a dungeon underneath the Portalarium offices. It's crazy. I think I'll need Atos to explain that a little bit later. Anyway, I'm Serafina. Welcome to the weekly community live stream. I'm filling in for Darkstar, who is away at SindCon right now. Like most of our community live streams, we have a ton of news to go over, some prizes to give away, and a special look at our highlight of today, which is Sidequests. And we also have a very special video from our very own Atos. That's going to start playing at 4:20, hopefully, if we're on schedule. All right, so of course, prizes, big thing. Today's prize drawing will be for an ornate elven furniture set, elven statue set, ornate elven mage staff, elven elite mage armor, elven village inn, and elven 2-story row tax-free upgrade bundle. Ooh, I sense a theme. So how do you get these prizes? Well, we are going to have a drawing for 2 different types of things. All you need to do is go in the game and type the secret phrase, which is "the sky is falling." Again, that secret phrase is "the sky is falling." I almost said it wrong. The sky is falling. Or you can spend any amount of money in the store. Speaking of that, throughout the month of August on Fridays, we are having almost everything on sale, which also means that we are tracking still, other way, towards our R56 stretch goals. So today we started at 48,330. I think we're a little bit past that. But we are leaving off where we left off last time with our stretch goals. So the next stretch goal is at 50,000, which is the Ether Bow. Oh, is that right? Hold on. Ether Bow and Ether Crossbow, or Aether. I don't know how we're supposed to pronounce that. I've heard it so many different ways. At 65,000, we have box of replenishing ether dye. Ooh, you're going to be all glowy. And at 80,000, we have the ether dragon statue, village size. At 90,000, we have the ether axe, ether one-handed spear and ether two-handed bludgeon. And at 100,000, we have celestial-themed wizard robes. I want to be a wizard, Harry. Is that how that line goes? Probably not. Anyway, if you are, you're doing the rewards program, you are already entered for this. But we need to reach those stretch goals for you to get the stretch goal rewards. So go take advantage of those sales. Get on it. Do it. Do it. All right. Anyway, other stuff. So one of our stretch goals that we reached was the double XP throughout weekends in all of August. We had a great success with that in July for Lord British's birthday, and now we're doing it for August. So get in, play the game, get that double XP. All right, our weekend sales are going on. So we're having the 12-hour sales right now, but those go off at midnight Central Time. But the whole weekend, we have Elven stuff on sale. That includes all the bundles, the Elven decos, the Elven homes, Elven gear. Get your elf on. I'm going to start that trend. That's going to become a thing. Get your elf on. All right. Also ending today is the Grand Duke sale. That's heraldry items and that's heraldry items and dies. Dies. Oh, dies. I love dies. And the Grand Duke tournament is happening tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central. That is, I believe, going to be in Baron's Reach. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. We have our teams already set, so you can't enter, but please feel free to be a spectator. Cheer on your favorite team, wear your favorite team's colors, whatnot. All right. So moving straight along. R57 goes live on August 30th. We have a lot of cool things going in the game August 30th when R57 goes live. One of those things is tameable wyverns. Not dragons. They're not dragons because they have the wingies with the little claw thingies and then legs, 2 legs. Right? Those are wyverns. Yeah. You can tame them. That's awesome. That's so cool. How to tame your wyvern should be the name of something. A quest, maybe. I don't know. Sanyo should be listening to this. We also have a lot of more recipes going in, as always. And probably the thing that you're all so excited about, polishing the game and fixing bugs. Yay! And more loot. There are going to be more crafting effects for masterworking and enchanting, more visual improvements, performance improvements, and something else, something from down below, hint, hint, wink, wink. I think Atos is going to talk about that a little bit more, but I'm going to let him kind of reveal what it is. It starts with a D. Can anybody guess what it is? It starts with a D. We also have something we are calling quality of life improvements. So making your life in the game, because I know, like me, you all actually live in the game, and the real world is the fiction. Right? Okay. Quality of life improvements. We are making recipes stack. So that's going to be nice and neat in your inventory. All players, regardless or irregardless of level will be able to skip sieges. Yeah, that's going to be good. Control points will not force you into them. You'll be able to walk right over them on Novia. You don't have to go in. That's going to be cool. Of course, we still encourage you to go into sieges and control points, get some of your combat on. Roving encounters will have a smaller radii so that you're not pulled into the roving encounter when you're just trying to have a nice little stroll on the overworld. And they're also getting moved away from some of the starter towns. So newer players won't get killed like as soon as they start playing. We don't want that. All right. Physical goods. I'm going to read exactly what this says on the paper because I don't think anything's changed since the last time I updated you, but let me just make sure. Let me read it precisely. Physical goods, including the cloth map, box, trinket, manual, lot deeds, etc., and the signed versions of each have completed production, and all of the final assembly have been complete. We have also finalized the address list, and final preparations are being made for shipping. We have also completed setup of the Amazon store, where non-Kickstarter versions of the box can be purchased. We will be making an announcement shortly when the boxes begin leaving the warehouses, which should be very soon. So leave your doors unlocked so the mailman can walk right in and hand deliver the package to you and your loved ones. All right, we have some upcoming events. Right now, Star is at SyndCon. So if you are one of the syndicate members who are at SyndCon right now, you should probably be out having fun at the convention. Why are you watching the live stream? Although I do appreciate your presence. Thank you very much. But get out there, meet Star, socialize. And then we also have Gamescom coming up next week, I believe. And our very own Lord British will be there to attend. That is in Europe. Yes, the city of Europe. Europe City, Europe. Cologne, Germany, right? Yeah, it's in Cologne. And then Dragon Con, which is right here in the US of A, in Atlanta, Georgia, I believe. Lord British will be there as well. And then probably the pinnacle of all conventions, both nerdy and video games related and fantasy related and I think even furry related, SodaCon! Yay, SodaCon! In October, right here in Austin, Texas. Tickets on sale. Come meet the developers. You'll meet me, of course, and those other guys, you know, like Lord British and Dark Star and List and Sanyo and Atos and whoever else we can wrangle up and tie to a chair and force them to speak about the game. Okay. All right. So I went through this a little quickly. That's okay, because we have a very special presentation in a few minutes. And actually, we even have some prizes coming up. So remember to enter for the prizening. It comes but twice a live stream. To enter the prizening, go in the game and type "The sky is falling, ah, Chicken Little," or spend any amount in the store quickly, because I'm going to be drawing names in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Also remember that $5 or more spent between noon today and midnight Central Time will go towards the R56 stretch goals. So I don't know how close we are right now, but last I checked, we were really close to 50,000, which is the ether bow and the crossbow. But glowy, yay! Actually, I can check. Maybe I can check. This is really exciting when people look at they look at a web browser while they're streaming something. Oh, we are at 48,727. So close. We're only about 1,273. Math in my head, off from 50,000. So get on it. You have until midnight to get these in. All right, I am about ready for the prizening. I think my lazy assistant is going to provide me with some character names. Again, those prizes are ornate elven furniture set, elven statue set, ornate elven mage set, ornate elven mage staff, magic, elven elite mage armor, classy, elven village inn, nice, and elven 2-story row tax-free upgrade bundle. Now, if you don't have any elven bundles, this one's nice. Get yourself a house. Get yourself a tax-free lot. Super nice. All right. Let's see. I'm ready for the prizening. Let me say that a little bit louder. Please cover your ears, those who are listening. I'm ready for the prizening. All right. Hopefully that's going to come soon. If not, let's see. Do we have prizening? Mr. Prizening is here. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. Actually, I'll do this in reverse order. The ornate elven furniture set goes to Jacob Storm. Yay. The elven statue set goes to Krezad the Blighted. The elven village inn goes to Peebo. The elven elite mage armor goes to Billy Baloney. I always want to say it like that. Billy Baloney. The ornate elven mage staff goes to Araminis Darkblade. Ooh. The elven 2-story row tax-free upgrade bundle goes to Absalom Darkshroud. Yay! If you won, you don't need to do anything. These prizes will be added to your account and you'll be able to claim them in-game in a few days. Okay. All right, so this thing that we've been talking about in other live streams and you're all really, really excited about, well, guess what? You're going to be able to buy it on the store and craft it in R57. What? So we are putting 5 dungeon entrances in R57. One will be craftable and the others will be add-on store items. These will take you to 4 example dungeons, not the episode 2 ones, the example dungeons. And in Q4 of 2018, so the end of this year, we are going to have the player-made dungeons live in the game earlier than episode 2. What? So, to recap, you'll be able to get the dungeon entrance, which will function much like our basement hatch entrances, that will take you to an example dungeon, R57. And then at the end of 2018, we'll have the actual player-made dungeons ready for you to make as a player. All right, so we have a couple different styles. We have the Tome one, which is craftable, which will be craftable in R57. We have 4 store ones, which I think we should release in the store. Sorry, I yelled. They're going to go up in the store very shortly. These are the Ancient Tome dungeon entrance. Ooh, an ancient tome with a glowy thing over it. So cool. The Magic Mirror dungeon. You can gaze into it and then go into your dungeon. The Ruined Stone Arch dungeon entrance, which looks like a lot of the stone arches that are in certain scenes that take you to the overworld. But it has a glowy thing in it. Glowy. And then finally, the piece de resistance, the Circle of Stones Rift dungeon entrance, which looks a lot like the Lunar Rift, but different kind of glowy. And it takes you to your example dungeon in R57. So really excited for those. And we are going to have a little video presented by Atos, who is currently not in the office, but he made this video in his very professional studio with a very nice looking chair. You'll understand. All right, let's see if I can set this up without messing it up. I think I know how to do this. I practiced, I promise. Oh, there he is. All right. My colleagues are supposed to tell me if the sound is working. If it's not, actually, nope. Aha, okay. So, dear friends on Twitch, I'm going to play it. Please tell me if the sound is not working. Yay! Hold on, I'm not playing it yet.
Hey guys, Chris Spears here, tech director on the project, and also do a little bit of design on the side. I wanted to be in the live stream today, but I couldn't make it because I'm preparing to go on my first vacation over a year. My daughter gets to go on her first plane ride.
Okay,
very
sound is too low.
So before we do that, I just want to start off.
We fix that. We fix that. That's just, it's just boring. It's just Chris introducing himself anyway. Okay. I can totally do this. I can totally do this. Nope. Let's see. Yeah, this is great. All right.
A little information. I want to start off with the usual thing that I'm sure you will hear in Star's voice, which is, "Don't lawyer me, bro." All this stuff is in implementation right now. Designs are set, but as you guys know, we are not the type that gets stuck to a design if the design ends up not being fun. So the thing we're talking about right now is player-made dungeons, as everybody knows the episode.
I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Wow, I really don't know how to do this. Let's see. Yeah, help. Somebody help me. If I put on the closed captions, will that help? Yeah, somebody mentioned it's in Chris's blog, so you can go over there to read. But Chris spent time making this lovely video. Oh, the OBS volume slider. Yeah, let me see.
So two stuff, a big part of the expansion for it is going to be to expand sandbox play. So one of those, the biggest things is building content yourself. One of the things we have is the first thing that's going to come out is going to be building player dungeons. This will be done by crafting pieces of the dungeon. You'll have an entrance that'll work similar to a basement that you can place it on your lot, and you have the basement or the dungeon entrance on your lot. You'll be able to craft the pieces and build out the dungeon by connecting pieces. The pieces know how to connect. You can go and build out whatever size dungeon you want to. The pieces that actually are placed in there will be crafted by players. This is done through a blueprint system that you'll be able to purchase many blueprints from merchants, and you'll be able to craft those. The blueprints will be consumed in, but you'll buy a blueprint for like a 3x3 room, and it'll have some amount of 300 stone or 600 stone and some lumber, and you'll actually craft the room. Then once you have that craft, you can take it down and connect it to your dungeon. So the blueprint system is actually something I hadn't talked about much, which is actually cool because it allows us to have the merchants sell the boring ones, the ones you really need, the bones of the dungeon type stuff, not the coolest rooms. And then we can put the coolest rooms in there by having creatures drop blueprints, and that's something we can do also to spice up areas and get players to go to areas. For instance, those who've been to Ravensmoor, imagine if you went to Ravensmoor and the final boss room, that's like the Lich room with a big throne and the raised dais and all that stuff, that could actually be a blueprint that drops, and the only place it drops is off of the boss there. So there's actually, it gives us a reason, it gives us like cool loot that's unique. We're always looking for new, cool, rewarding loot that feels neat, and giving people a reason to go to different spaces. So that's one that'll start dropping in those things, because a lot of those rooms, that's what you'll be crafting. You'll be crafting a big room like that, not just a single like tiny square type thing. It'll be large crafting endeavors. So then the cooler things will be dropping in game rather than being on merchants. And I'm sure you can buy them off other people's vendors, and then we'll probably sell visual variants in the store on things. How big can the dungeons get? They'll start at around 100 8 meter by 8 meter by 5 meter sections, and they'll go up to about 225 for castles is our current size. You can then expand them through gold, similar to how you expand your bank, where you can pay gold to expand them to be much larger, and then at some point you can pay kodos to expand them beyond that if you want to. We also do hope to have a pot variation at some point that pot owners will be able to place and give rights to, so that it can be done as like a big community activity of getting together and building the big pot dungeon. Something that can attract people to your own player-owned town. The encounter spaces in them, I've talked a little bit about these, but for those who don't know, these are real dungeons. These will have encounters in them. When you're building the dungeon, you'll be able to set it into deco mode from outside. You can only change the mode outside the dungeon. If you change it and somebody's in there, they get kicked out. When you go into the space, you will be in deco mode. You'll actually see extra information like for connection points, so you know how things can connect, you know where you can connect always. And the encounter spaces won't spawn. In the actual play mode, though, the encounter spaces will spawn. The creatures there will give experience and loot. The current thinking is that they will be a little below, like if it fights like a tier 10 creature, it may only give the loot of a tier 8 creature. So they'll be a little bit below the current, what you get outside the dungeon. And the spaces where they spawn, these are going to be spaces set up for these encounters, and they will not be decoratable. Most of the dungeon will be decoratable, but if it's an encounter space, we don't let you deco in those spaces, except for maybe some wall hanging stuff, because we don't want you to screw up nav mesh, and like, you can imagine building paths for the things out of barrels, so they have to walk through paths, and lots of different exploits can come up from that. So that is how we're avoiding those obvious exploits. Let's see, so I'm trying to remember what other stuff we have. Oh, what's going live today? So what's going live today is just because we've had a ton of people asking about it and super excited about it, we are adding to the store today 4 visual variants. There will be 1 craftable, believe it or not, and I believe 4 are going in the store. That'll be the different cool visual variants for the dungeon entrances. Obviously, we do not have the dungeon stuff live now. We do expect it before the end of the year. And my hope is that we can actually get some initial version of it live in R58. Don't tell Star I said that, though. But we are making super fast progress on it, just with having 1 or 2 people on it. And, of course, it's something everybody's excited about, so I keep having to smack people and telling them to bugs first, performance second, then when you're done with those things, then you can continue working on some dungeon stuff. But anyways, we're making super fast progress on that, so I expect something to go live in R58 that may just be the building the bones of the dungeon space. But today there's going to be 4 visual entrances, so right now these are just going to work like basements. In the long run, it's going to be, you'll have a basement slot and a dungeon slot, and you'll be able to have both of those. For now, it's just going to take your basement slot, so you'll have to pick up your old basement if you have them down there. Or you can just put this different visual variant on your existing basement, maybe. But you'll be able to have the dungeons. These will come with another thing we're throwing in now, just get people excited and to show them what they can create with the system once it goes live. Is we've built 5 dungeons out of the base building block stuff, and we're going to be putting those in them. The bigger the thing that you buy, the bigger the size of the dungeon that's going to be under there. Now, once once the actual system goes live, we're going to be taking those dungeons up, and they'll be replaced with just the front room, the entryway. But for all the other pieces, what we're doing to kind of make it just a starter kit is if you have one of these dungeons, and it's like, I think the big one may be a 150-point dungeon. When we pick it up, we give you just the entrance room with the connections on it for how to start it. But we will be giving you, for all the pieces we took away from you, we'll be giving you the blueprints for those so that you could actually go back and craft that dungeon yourself from those blueprints. All you'd have to do is gather the resources to craft them. And as I put it, this is kind of we take away the dungeon, but we give you a dungeon with some assembly required. And I'm getting short on my time here. I promise I'm keep it short because Keith and Sarah have their own interesting stuff to talk about. So those things will be going live in the store now. It's going to be some different visual variants for entryways into these dungeons. And again, right now they're going to have placeholder versions of some static dungeons showing off some difficulties. And I think I made the biggest one that's like standing stones with kind of a lunar rift looking thing, but I think it's actually an astral rift is what it's called. But that one, I think the dungeon on that may be 150 point, and it will be as tough as any space in the game right now. So players can go try that out and see what they think about it and get an idea for what 150 points feels like. And again, we hope to have this stuff live by R58 in some form. So enjoy those static dungeons while you can, because they'll probably be yanked up and destroyed, and you'll just get the blueprints so you can go and craft them yourself. But you will be crafting them with the base versions. So you'll get if there's an undead room or spider room or whatever, it'll be the base spider room. You'll have to level that room up yourself over time. Anyways, trying to keep it to 5 minutes. I did 9 minutes. Sorry guys, but thanks to everyone for listening, and see you guys in a week, because I am off. See ya. Bye.
Yay! Thank you, Chris, from the past. I'm going to turn my volumes down to make sure I don't blow your ears out, and switch back to my mug here. Yeah! Thank you for your patience with the audio issues. I'm not an audio technician. All right, so we have our next segment, which is with Sanio and List Rostov, who is invisible.
He's not here yet.
He's not here, but he's also invisible. So how would we know if he's here?
He's not there.
They're going to be talking about Sidequests, and I'm going to peace out for a bit, but I'll be back in about 12 minutes for the Prisoning Part 2! There can be only 2! Bye!
I want to say that Sarah was supposed to be wearing a shirt with an animal
But
with
I wore
food
an
on it.
Ankh. That counts.
She demanded
I'm
I
a
wear
team
this shirt
player.
today.
And I'm gonna check that greenhouse not being on sale thing. Don't worry.
The greenhouse should be on sale.
How do we switch this, Sarah?
Oh yeah.
Help me.
I practiced that part. I just didn't practice the audio. We're gonna do Unity and I practiced. No, wait, I did it wrong. Hold on.
Yeah.
And not Chris. We don't want to look at Chris anymore. Oh, come on. Yay! Where are you guys? You want you guys? Wait.
Let's maybe not show his login credentials.
Oh, okay. There we go.
That's fine.
Cured.
Okay.
Keith, why don't you log in first?
And then very quickly change your username after this.
Even though that's
Can't see where he's typing.
he can't. Actually, they can. Here, give it back to me. And yeah!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh boy. Okay. My name is Keith Quinn, and I'm Sanio on the forums.
I'm Travis Koleski. I'm Vax4 on the forums.
And we are here to talk about Sidequests. And a lot of people know Travis is a world builder. He also comes up with suggestions for Sidequests. I'm a level designer and quest guy, so I implement the quests and do some refining of the ideas that he and others come up with. I don't always come up with the quest myself, but sometimes I do.
The A team is away from the office, but I take exception. Where are you
Are we not the A team?
Yeah.
It's saddening.
Right? The managers are gone. Now we just get to make what we want.
Can we call ourselves the Omega team? That sounds pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Omega team is here.
So Omega team right here. We're in Sultan right now, and so Sidequests. There's a variety of Sidequests. So Sidequests to me they could be little things where you talk to somebody and you get an emote, or they could be the more standard task system where someone says, "Oh, I need you to go kill someone or find something or deliver something," and it might be a multiple step situation. But then also, I had posted in the forums that we could talk about that stuff and maybe even some puzzles. So if we have some time, we might talk about some puzzles. First, we're going to talk about a couple of small things. I want to give you some insights to some of the thought process and not just how we make a quest or running through a quest. We had a...
Check your out.
Do you? Yeah. Travis picked it out for me.
Oh, he did that? I don't remember that.
Yeah, you helped me with that.
Oh, well,
that's why you like it. But it was all based around this hat. I love this hat. Anyway.
So side quests could be just basically not main story related.
Yeah, anything that makes you feel like you're feeling productive by talking to characters or performing activities. So one of the things I was given to do was months ago, over a year ago probably, was find a way to give players the emote for Happy Dance.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's the Peanuts dance, right?
It's Peanuts inspired.
Peanuts inspired, right. Charles Schultz. Oh.
So we have this refugee camp in Sultan for those people who played through the Path of Love or just come through Sultan in general. These refugees that hang out here, and it's kind of a sad life for most of them, but there's some kids here, and they try to find fun in whatever ways you can have fun in the middle of an empty field.
My own son loves to come to Sultown and get in verbal arguments with the kids in Sultown. That's what he does when he plays.
So these kids are actually my relatives.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. So except for Harvey, I don't know who Harvey is. Harvey came later. But I'm facing Sultan itself. Right in front of me is you can see the walls. So in the heart of the town are Marion and Robert. That's my aunt and uncle.
Are you on best? I think your shadows could go farther if you're on
What?
best.
Oh wait, in the wrong one. Video. Simple.
Simple.
Best.
Behold the new shadow distance of best. There we go.
Look at that. Now you can see the wall right across there. So two of my relatives right there. But out here in the refugee camp are.
Your name. His name.
I don't know. Name. So this is Robert. Oh, sorry. It's Richard and Marion, my uncle and aunt, who are in town. And this is Robert right here. That's Harvey. We don't want to talk to Harvey. He's some weirdo.
He's your weird relative.
No, I don't know who Harvey is
Yeah, he's
actually.
got one.
He came in later. He came in for Lum to fill a certain role. I look funny. Well, that's interesting.
Your breast mom.
So this is Kitty. Kitty was kind of a nickname for my mom when she was a kid. One she sort of didn't like, but for some reason me and my brothers thought it was funny, so we just never forgot it. So Kitty, say you help. She talks about the horses. So eventually we're going to get an emote, but what I did was my mom actually took care of like some neighbor's horse once in a while as a kid. She was like enthralled with horses, and she likes the idea of cowboys and things like that. So I kind of wove it into the mini storyline that you have here in this conversation, which will eventually give us an emote. So she doesn't need help, but I'm going to help people take care of their horses when I grow up. Oh, let's find out more about that. I used to take care of Freckles until we left Solus Bridge. So Freckles was actually the name of the horse that she liked the best. Or maybe it was the only horse. I guess I was unclear about that. But anyway, Freckles was important. So I click on Freckles, and she's doing a happy dance, you can see. And she talks about how she used to feed and brush him, and one day she's going to go back to Solus Bridge and do a happy dance with the horse.
Yes.
So it's a simple side quest concept right there. You know, I stole some names from my relatives and a little bit of my mom's own past, and I jammed it in here, and now that's how you can get your happy dancing mode. There we go. There you go, side quest. I'm gonna do another one real quick.
I haven't done some of these. I haven't done. We talked about this before, and some of them like, oh yeah, I know that quest, and some of them I've never heard of that. So there's a lot of story still for me to go out and play.
So we were in a good rhythm for a while, where when a bunch of scenes were being created or uncloned, I was getting certain rewards being emotes or gear, and I was doing quests that incorporated the award into the new or updated scene. So it was a pretty good rhythm that I'm sure we'll get back into someday. So this is you, which was in that heyday of the rhythm, but there's no big quest here. It's another emote situation. So in the town of U, the elves are mostly safe, but of course they can't always feel fully safe because it's just things are bad in the world, and sometimes elves are a problem, but a lot of times it's the relationship misunderstandings between elves and humans that are the problem. Anyway, these elves are mostly fine. But there's one in the back, and I'm running all the way so players can kind of see where to find this guy. So we're running all the way through you. Sounds a little weird to say it that way, but we're running through you. Oops. Going through the woods right here. I'm going to go inside this cave.
I don't know this was here.
Yep. Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers coming up. So the little dude right here.
Lounging?
Yeah. I guess getting to be nighttime. For him, anyway. Fungal enthusiast.
Fungal enthusiast.
Yeah, so let's say name. I'm not sure you really care what my name is, but regardless, Cavalatus.
Oh, it should be Jerry.
So we're gonna ask him his health.
Come on, right? It should be Jerry.
I think I feel a chill coming on, and maybe a fever and muscle pain, possibly Marburg hemorrhagic fever. I looked it up, found something I like. Ask him his job. spend every day in this damn cave scraping fungus off the walls. It's wonderfully fulfilling work. You should try it.
Fungus scraper. His father before him.
Yeah. So perhaps he's a quest guy or a merchant. We don't know which. What do you think I should say? Should I say help? Maybe he's got a quest. Or buy? Maybe he's going to buy. We can buy something?
Help. Yeah.
Let's say help. Oh, no, not this again.
Buy.
And say, do you have something to sell? Do you have a quest for me? Or I'll come back later. Let's ask about the quest. We went these. What's with you humans? You think everyone you spoke with had a quest to share or goods to sell. Why must an elf only have value if he has something to give? And you may not have realized it, but I think we got the emote from him just then. Where's my emotes list? Is it O?
Yeah, the name of it.
Yeah. Well, I might have already had it, but I think we just got the sarcastic emote from him. Look at my list.
I didn't know there's a sarcastic emote.
I know. Sarcastic? No. Oh God. No, we just got an emote from whatever it is. I wish I could clear my emotes. But anyway, he's if you ask him some other questions. Oh, I roll. That might be it.
I roll?
Yeah, I roll. That's it.
Yeah, I like that.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good job, Matt. I like that one.
You see the eyes?
Yeah, they did. They roll. Of course.
Let people see it. Oh man, I didn't know we'd go into that much detail. So anyway, that's a little something right here. He's just sick of people asking him for quests and to buy stuff when he's just trying to do his job. And we can see.
Scraping some fungus.
Yeah, that's their job. Right now, stop bothering. Okay, so now we're going to jump to harvest. Am I spelling it right?
For the deer.
Yeah, so sometimes I give names to these quests that I think players have never seen or may never see. So this one I call Dare of the Witch, but some people call it the House on the Hill quest, for the quest you get from the kids in Harvest. Prisoning.
I am a little woodland elf and I am bringing prizes. Because they're elven themed. Get it?
You need a wand.
Do you get it? Elves don't have wands.
Absolutely have wands.
Elves have bows and arrows.
They have wands.
They have wands.
Yeah.
What elf has a wand? What are you talking about?
How about a staff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of which, the prisoning. All right, Elven, or wait, I read it wrong. Ornate Elven furniture set goes to Thestra.
Oh, nice. I really like the new Elven furniture. It's cool.
Yeah, I love it too. Elven statue set goes to Vaintorian.
Those are also cool.
The Elven Village Inn goes to Scan4.
And for what?
Woo!
Sanio is applauding for you, by the way.
Yeah.
There he is.
The Elven Elite Mage Armor
Backflip.
goes to Mauve Tree Lane.
Yeah, those are some good prices.
The Ornate Elven Mage Staff goes to Angus Piper.
Oh, I don't have that one.
Oh. And the final prizing of today's live stream goes. Oh, what is it? First of all, the Elven tax-free 2-story row bundle goes to Tails Surorov. Tails Surorov.
Woo! Congratulations, everyone.
All right, I shall return to my woodland home where I live because I'm an elf.
Bye. Oh, thank God the elves are gone.
Talents. Subaru.
Where'd that kid go?
He got a little spooked by your
cheering
into the ether and clapping for.
Oh, I need that kid. So we're in Harvest right now. Let's check our time too. I'm gonna have to shoot through some of these things.
It's right there.
Okay. Man, I don't know whether
Where'd he go?
that's good. So the most, but not all, of the children in Harvest can give you a quest, which is a dare. They don't always give it to you, but if you're persistent, they might. Oh, this kid gives it to me right away.
Yeah.
Oh, nice face, kid. So I bet if he gave you a dare, you wouldn't even do it. Boop. I accepted dare, and now I have the quest to stay in house on the hill until the witch is gone. So this was I made this quest at a time when I was just supposed to be making quests without specific direction. Vaguely, we wanted it on the courage path. I had just done a bunch of stuff with Estgard, and then that was followed by Harvest. So I knew Harvest was fairly full with children and stuff, and I wanted something that was a courage-based task.
Yeah.
So it sort of worked out well. These things all work together, and I had this idea of like, what's a courage task that maybe isn't just go kill something.
Yeah.
And it occurred to me like, well, we have kids, maybe they dare you to do something. What do they dare you to do? And I actually had like a big list of things, and I had some smaller things, and then I decided to go with one of the biggest, which was I had to make a new area and have a special gimmick that brought you to the area only at certain times of day. And so now that I have the quest.
And we've covered this before, but it's a player favorite. It's one of my favorites. It's a fan favorite. But it's a good one. If you haven't done it yet, definitely go do it.
So this is the house on the hill, and if there's someone there already waiting to do the house on the hill. Oh, he just went. We're going now. Perfect timing. So once you if you don't have the dare, you go in the house. It looks like a normal house. This is also spoiler. If you do accept the dare quest and you go into the house, it might not do anything, but you have to wait until it's nighttime. It's after
is it midnight?
Dusk.
Dusk. Okay.
From dusk to dawn is when the special event can happen.
And there's some really good sound in here. So
yeah, I don't know if there's any sound on it right now.
Clock, spooky clock ticking. Yeah, this is a good one.
Kill that one.
Everybody should go do this at least once. It's great.
So if you don't play with your music on,
what is the reward?
You won't catch this whole thing.
I don't want to spoil it, but what is the reward for this one? What is it?
You get something at the end.
It is its own reward because it's so spooky and it's cool.
Right. So let me make it a little less spooky. Well, not much less spooky. You can see now we're trapped. And we look out the window. Oh, trapped. Somehow we're sealed in here. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. What's going on? Oh no, bugs inside that painting. Wait, this is highlight green. There's a crack. Look, right. So in pretty much every scene, there's music that plays. But here, you come in and the music is replaced with this tick-tock noise.
Oh, so that was on the sound effects layer. Okay. I turned my music down too high.
The TikTok, I think, is in sound effects, but it's for some people, what it should be is like a jarring change.
Like the spooky voice whispering stuff.
Some of that I think is later as well.
Sometimes I turn my music down just because it interferes with like instruments.
Yeah, and when we test, a lot of times we'll just have that down so we can hear other things. We're very specific.
Great music in the game.
So I have God mode on, so it's pretty good for me. Oh, I'm being attacked by ghosts.
Kill him with doubt and dexterity.
With doubts?
Doubts.
Okay.
Deal. Yeah, you need a deck. Oh, you look great, but you need a...
Yeah. So in here is one of the first places we put there were originally just zombies, but now they're children zombies, which were kind of created for this at my request.
Uh-huh.
And they're also the first place where I put the creepy doll in the hands of the zombies.
Yeah.
For a little while, we had the creepy doll dropping as loot, but there was an issue with it, so we're temporarily not dropping that. But when it comes back in, this might be a good place for people to come.
Oh, is it not dropping right now?
Yeah, there was some issue with it. You can see the creepy doll in Mel's hand.
It's cool. It had a really cool effect. I don't want to say what it did. Everybody knows what it did. It makes you like smaller if you hold it. So everybody knows. But we'll get that back in. Well, it will return. Thought it was that?
Guess so.
Oh.
I'm sure I'm cheating kind of strong. Dead body here. So I wanted to make this extra creepy. So I have dead people. This guy maybe smashed his head against the wall, and we look where he smashed, and there's a clock. We didn't really get to look inside the haunted house in Harvest, but there was a clock there. So the time of day may have been relevant to whatever the horror story is that set up this sort of weird extra spatial area. We can interact with it, and we set it to midnight, which was what the clock was set at inside the original area.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't go too far with this, but that's some of the backstory. There are several clocks. When you spin all several clocks to the right time, they will open up a special area. For those who haven't looked out here, this is, I call it the Void.
Can you solve the night vision problem? Makes the game look ugly, especially with stream the game. We talk about that daily lately, including this morning. So that when you go to see, it's not a bug. It's when you look at our Twitch stream page, there's like 60% is just a green screen. So we talk about that every day lately, including this morning. Yes, we don't want night vision goggle flat green lighting. No, we do not want that.
There's also...
I don't know if they can hear me or not.
I always get lost, but there's also that one particular room.
Oh, the little spooky room?
Yeah.
That's my favorite / least favorite room in the game because it freaks me out.
Okay, we're getting to it now. Can we hear it?
I can hear it. Oh,
not this.
Yeah, that's her. I like this room, Keith. Let's leave now.
Oh, Gus Bowl.
Let's go somewhere else, Keith. Keith, let's go somewhere else now.
What if I...
No, let's go somewhere else now.
Let's bring the volume down a bit. All right, so that's sort of the first half of the House on the Hill stuff.
What you got next? I remember there's the Tony and Troll. What are we going to do?
So it's Bridge, Outskirts.
I know this one. This is a good one.
So Travis and I both worked on Souls Bridge Outskirts, and we're very happy with a lot of the flow in here.
I don't know if they can hear me. Yes, Turok. We talk about that every day, including this morning. Night vision will change. It's bad.
This? That's me. So in Souls Bridge Outskirts, that's the first. You're on the love path. It's the first area where you'll meet other players, but also it's the first area where I did quests for this game. I've done quests for other games, but this is where I first did quests in Souls Bridge Outskirts. So one of the quests, if you did these quests when they first came in, you may not have got the whole experience because I layered in some extra stuff over time. So I'm gonna clear all my quests.
Clear knowledge. Cheating.
Yeah, I'm cheating. So we talked to Lord Langston. Yeah, my name is Sanio. You could use my help? Sure. Cover painting? Sounds good. Now I'm on his test. He basically told me that his daughter went out in the world and they know she's dead, and the only thing that they think they will have to remind them of her is this painting that's out there. And they say a criminal has taken the painting and, they know it's out here somewhere and they want you to go get it back. So once again, spoilers. I'm spoiling everything.
Just skip to that dialogue. Somebody painstakingly wrote a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, I wrote it. I'm summarizing for people. People can read it.
What's the daughter's name? Is it Lily?
Liliana.
Liliana. I know her well. She's.
So we're in this area. Straight across is where the bandits show up, if you know where the bandits are.
Bandits.
But on this side, there's a single bandit, and he's obviously not attacking me. We'll come back to him in a minute. Over here to one side, beloved Liliana, more beautiful than any painting. So for those people who looked, that's a little interesting. Why is that beloved Liliana gravestone right next to this bandit's house?
Why indeed?
Pay our respects or desecrate this location?
No.
Pay your respects?
Yeah.
All right, there's a little flower, butterfly. So,
Oh, butterfly.
I don't know where this painting is. I've been looking all around. Somebody has already opened the door. Fortunate for me. There's a key right there. If you were inside, need to get out. I'm going to give you another spoiler. I needed multiple ways. So here's the insights part. I wanted you to either talk to or kill. Where'd he go? Talk to or kill this bandit. If you talk to him, you'll learn some stuff. If you kill him, you'll get the key, and you can come right in, and you can grab this painting of a young woman, which may or may not be the painting you want. Spoiler, it's exactly the painting you want. If you didn't want to kill the guy to get the key to open the door, there's a loose stone right here, people.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't want to kill anyone, you have the
key.
option. He's got a hide key right there. Found the key, but I didn't take it. So we're actually going to talk to this guy. Hello, Hartley. Offload any goods? Help? No, I got no heirlooms. Let's say painting. So Liliana was a painting. Her last painting was a special gift to me, a self-portrait, one of the few things that I owned that came to me honestly. I bet her parents would sell it if they got the chance. But even if Lord Langston got on his knees and begged me, I'd never give it to them. So now we have extra insight. You can get the painting and bring it back to the parents. Maybe that's the correct thing. Or you can go tell the parents to shove off. This guy actually loved Liliana.
Yeah. If you talk to the parents, it kind of, you uncover the fact that maybe they weren't the best of parents.
Yeah, I can actually go back to the parents now and mention Hartley, and they'll be actually pretty mad.
I give it to that dude. Give it back to him.
You can give it back to him? So I'm going to take it, and you see my quest is updated. Give painting to proper owner. It doesn't say give it back to the parents. It says give it to the proper owner. I'm going to sympathize with Hartley. Let's say painting.
I mean, you could give it to the parents. There's not like this one doesn't have a virtue hit. It's just
a choice. I'm not making your choice for you. So I gave it to him. This is Liliana's painting. I don't know how you got it, but you have my thanks for returning to me. You have my thanks for returning to me.
You have my tanks.
Got my tanks.
So there you go. The quest cleared, and we followed it up in a different way. By the way, a little side note before Sarah goes on. There's another quest in here where you beat up the bandits and get family heirlooms from them, which allegedly
heirlooms.
Which apparently they stole, they looted from maybe Soulless Bridge itself during when it was being sacked. And if you want to bring those back to one of the guards, you can give it to the guards and they'll see it on its way. But you can actually also secretly bring it to Hartley, and he'll take those heirlooms, or heirlooms, and he'll take care of them, no questions asked.
Defense.
So there's some options here. You got some options.
He's a creative distributor.
Yeah, he's not making any judgments as to where they came from. That's not his job. All right, Sarah, you had something?
Do you have any final wrap-up of Sidequests?
Oh, are we done?
There are many and they are fun.
I was going to go to the, yeah.
There are many and they are fun.
In South Broken Road, there's a troll you can talk to, and he won't beat you up right away. But sort of like any fable, you sort of have
I love that one.
A number of things where you can say to him before he actually decides he's had enough, and he'll pound you.
His little minstrel.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
And when you finish that quest, actually, the minstrel has a song that he sings little
I like
pieces
that
to
one
you.
a lot.
And someone mentioned that they wanted to talk about the Clink. I do love the Clink. I have some updates in mind.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah. There are a lot of side quests. Maybe we could have a side quest part 2 sometime soon.
Yeah.
Part 2, part 3, part 4.
So-
Part 4, part
Are we
$1
done?
million?
Do
Yeah.
you need to wrap things up?
Thank you everyone for watching
weekend.
today. Darkstar will be back next week, I think, I hope, I pray. The Oracle. Remember that sales are going on until midnight. We are still tracking stretch goals for R56. So I don't know if we reached the ether bow and crossbow. We were like 400 away last time I checked.
The die is what I'm most excited about.
Yeah, I want the
Where's,
die.
And honestly, a good wizard robe.
Oh, do
Like
it.
a male wizard robe.
May I sit?
You may.
Oh, my wizard robe.
May I sit?
By the way, side quests are a good way to affect your virtue, positive or negative, depending upon conversation responses and the activities you do.
I thought that was live. Chris was just
Chris is always watching us. Oh, we reached the 50,000.
Either box and crossbow.
Yeah, sweet.
The bow. Is that a bow?
The bow. It's written as box.
Bow and
somebody's bad handwriting on the board. Box. It's probably stars.
Unless it's either boy.
It's an ether boy. Just kidding. Anyway, thank you all for attending today's live stream. Play the game. Double XP weekends. Bye.